Good evening, guys, and happy Wednesday to all of your sunshiny faces. At least I think it's Wednesday. Today's New Year's Day. My dad has work tomorrow, but he might have off on Friday. So I almost am finished with my Meyer list, so I should have that haul for you guys. Potentially, we might maybe go tomorrow evening or else on Friday evening, but again, I will figure that out for sure and share with you guys when we do end up going. But one of the things that I did get done for today, which was really awesome, I did get a box of like books out of the attic, but I also got out my canopy. So this is the canopy that goes over my bed. I was mentioning it to you guys like recently, but I haven't had the canopy on my bed since I was probably in like middle school maybe. But I always loved it. My favorite thing when I was little was my mom a lot of times would put Christmas lights on it, and so like it was kind of extra special during Christmas time getting to have like the Christmas lights on it. But I used to have an actual like canopy topper for it. It was pink. I don't think I have it anymore, but it was like pink. It had like I think little hearts on it or something like that, but it was actually designed for this style bed, which is kind of weird because like of all of the ones that I've looked at online, none of them are like that. Like they don't make them anymore. I genuinely don't know how my mom actually had one that fit on that, but I think we might have actually had two. So like I don't know if like that style bed was like still in trend, because the bed is actually not mine. It was my aunt's, my dad's sister, and I think that at the time she had two sons that were like a little bit closer to my age. They were older than me, but they were like closer to my age. Then later on she ended up having two girls, twins, but they were like Jack's age, so it was like 10 plus years, you know, like down the line. But when I was little, I think it was maybe being stored at my grandparents' house, so they ended up giving it to my parents since I was the only granddaughter at the time. I ended up getting the canopy bed because again too, I think they just had it or my aunt had it or whatever, and again she had two sons, so she ended up, like I said, I ended up getting the bed. But again, it's like an older style bed, so like I don't know where my mom ended up getting like that exact type of like canopy for it, because like I said, it's kind of unique, and out of all the ones that I was even looking at online, like, you know, like curved canopy bedding or like canopy tops, they don't have it. So what I'm going to do, which was what I wanted to do anyway, one, it needs to be painted because the rest of the frame I have painted since, and because that has not been on there since I was like in middle school, it has not been painted. So there's like paint marks on it. It's all like scraped up and stuff like that too. Like not bad, but like the paint's kind of chipped and stuff like that. Again, it just needs a fresh coat of paint. So I plan on doing that, but in the summer when it's a little bit warmer, or at least spring or something like that. But the plan is I want to get some type of sheer type stuff to put on the canopy, and kind of do it like that way. Maybe even do some, like I saw they have like flowers with like little LED lights in them and stuff like that. I might have them kind of like cascade over the canopy somehow or something like that. But I did get that put on. My mom even too, she was like, oh my gosh, I love it. But like I think that I'll really like it because it's like a cute little fun kind of closed in space. But I also have the for my, which I didn't get hung up, but this is one of those rope netting type things for stuffed animals. And the thing was, I wanted to get the canopy put up first so I could kind of gauge how and where I wanted to hang the that netting, like, because I'm going to plan on probably hanging it inside of there somewhere and then put my stuffed animals in there. So I did get that done and got that put up. However, the other thing is, if you guys can tell, that little spindle kind of thing that's on the top is the only one I have. I think I maybe had one or two other ones like that I even ever owned. Maybe at one point we did have all four, but they got broken because they have like a little dowel rod that like stops the little piece, you know, from like sliding around. But we only have the one. So in the other like holes, there are just screws that are kind of just like thrown in there, and they like hold and everything like that, but they're kind of like leaning, so it's not as tight as like it should be and stuff like that as well. So like I don't really want to put the stuff on there yet until we probably get like a dowel rod to actually put inside of there that will be the actual size that it's supposed to fit. And then I want to actually get the real spindle and see if I can get them like kind of remade or something like that that's actually going to match the exact same ones as those. So anyways, did that today. Like I said, it was really awesome to get it done. It does, like I said, need a little bit of fixing up and like some stuff that again too I have to get properly done and put on it and everything. but it does. It works and it's up, and at least now I get to kind of figure out how I want it to feel in the room. And I like it because it does feel kind of like this is the bed here, and then like the rest of the room, because I have like my desk in here and stuff like that too, but it does feel like its own little like sanctuary kind of thing. And so I really like it. And like I said, I'm going to do like probably some type of like mesh, like sheer type, you know, I guess sheer like canopy, like, you know, almost like curtain type stuff, you know. But anyways, like I said, got that all put together and I'm really happy about it. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's vlog.